All right, guys. So all these moves, these big moves here, they happened early on. They were like squished together. Um, Off of the high, we had a sharp decline with a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of that. Right around here. And what was that? Like 1 to 2 o'clock. I guess that's pretty much. The high correlator was a little bit delayed, but other than that, we're pretty good. This is the last hour, and we got the Magus card. The Magus card, generally speaking, is it it's a difficult card to read sometimes because it has negative correlations and it has positive correlations. My sense is that we're probably gonna fall here. Yeah, I'm advised to be careful in this last hour. When we look at the 1 month overview, um, we've got one of the month's highs here today as the correlator. So we have the abundance card tomorrow. Chances are there's a good chance we might see the same high tomorrow. See, we've got the science card. So, in other words, we're coming up against a critical resistance level. Probably some like intersecting trend lines and indicators going on too. Multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance tomorrow. High low, high low. Yeah, guys, the Magus card. So look, so we were a little bit squished on the highs here. So we have this notable decline on a 1 day chart, right? But an opportunity to open up a long position. That's the Ace of Cups, right? Pre-market, and then around the open, we have an opportunity to open up a short position. So in the midst of a rally, open up a short position, boom, and that would have been an opportunity because we have the failure card here, followed by the Ace of Wands. So we go from the Princess of Wands to the Ace of Wands. Also another opportunity to open up a short position. We don't see any opportunities to open up long positions today. We've got the Death card today. Chances are we go lower. And it would make sense based on the overview here. It's a bearish month with a pop towards the end of the month. Like a pop and drop, I should say. Taking any questions if anybody's got anything. We've got some August readings coming out, man. That trip to New York really set me back as far as time. I just didn't bring enough work with me. I got stuck there an extra week on top of it, so I brought 1 week's worth of work for 2 weeks, and then got stuck there an extra week. So that's like I didn't get any work done for 2 weeks, and it really set me back. What I'm looking to record tonight: Shipcoin, UPST, MGM, Amazon, SOXL, and I'm working on ARKK right now. So if you guys have any questions or anything, see that? Bit of a drop now. All right, we're looking at low correlation. So I'm looking at the strength. I'm looking for correlations on the timeline to the strength card. No aces of no cups or ace of cups or princess of cups. There's an art card, I believe. Is there an art card? No. Fortune. And Knight of Wands. What level will SPY see at the end of the week? I see lows on the 3rd. I mean, we've got another high correlator on the 4th, but there is an indication of a sharp drop on the 3rd. So it looks like we have like a towards the end of the day or overnight on the 2nd, we have a move higher through a critical resistance. We stay there briefly and then we break back down through that. So it's like on the 2nd, 3rd, somewhere around there. I don't know about a low then. It's looking pretty bullish to me until the very end of the week. Like at the end of the 5th, we probably are going to see a drop. Yeah, B, I'm not seeing lows. I'm not seeing lows the end of the week. I'm seeing I see a crest. I don't see a month's high at the end of the week. I see a month's high today. But there's a prominent crest on the 4th or the 5th. Yeah. I see bullish behavior for a bit longer. Like into the beginning of next week, possibly. But it's not going to be straight up. It's not going to be like all up, up, up. There's going to be definite, like, the next 3 days, there's definite bearish behavior as well. Yeah, see that? There's like a drop. So we have the unicursal hexagram. Well, there's a drop on the 3rd. There's a drop on the 3rd. There's a unicursal hexagram. So we have an early afternoon drop, it looks like, on the 3rd. That unicursal, it's also the ruin card, but it's canceled out. It's nullified. So this drop's not going to really, like, we're not going to stay low wherever we drop to. We won't stay there for very long. Looks like the following day we have a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of decline. So on the 4th, yeah, out of a decline, there's a move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. So if you're looking for a drop, the 3rd's going to have a drop. Yeah, see that, guys? Ba-bow! Look at that. Just looking at my notes real quick. Some of the ruins I'm still a little soft on. I've been doing the ruins for like a year and a half versus like, what, 18 years now or something like that for tarot? 14 years? I don't know. Somewhere around that. I think that's a good guesstimation, Philip. A tight channel. Yeah, because we have crests. We have month's crest on the around the 4th or 5th. Month's crest correlators around the 8th or the 9th. But there's some bearish behavior in here. Like, this is a strong bearish indication. This is a strong bearish indication. The end of the 5th. I think we probably have a drop over the weekend. There's a big move over the weekend, that's for sure. Hey guys, if you're just hopping onto TikTok, we're on our YouTube channel live right now looking at the S&P 500 chart side by side with the reading, the tarot readings that we had done previously, so that we can dissect what was done today. It's been very, very accurate, so you want to check it out. We're also looking prognostically into tomorrow and throughout the next few weeks. You can also get the overview, the free 1-month overview of the S&P 500 by signing up our free newsletter on the Tarot for Traders website. But if you want to check out our YouTube, right now we're doing the live. You can see the chart, what we're talking about. It's Tarot for Traders, but it's FOR. So it's Tarot for Traders like the name here, but with an FOR instead of the number. And so guys, as far as the Kickstarter, so they turned down our first submission. They thought we were like a trading platform, so we had to make everything really clear, and we're now waiting to hear back from the appeal. So we haven't quite launched yet, but we're getting right there. On the 12th. Oh, this right here is a black bull, or excuse me, a black bear. It means bearish, but how that plays out, it depends on where it lands on the board in relation to the timeline cards. That's one of my earliest reverse clairvoyant anchors, actually, the gold bull and the black bear. Yeah, no worries, man. I got it off the top of a wine bottle. I thought it was really cool. I added it to my bag. Sometimes things just give me impressions, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need that for something. I feel like I'm shouting. Yeah, see, we're right up on that 100-day moving average now. Yeah, so we're probably going to hit the 200-day. I don't think it'll be at 17. I think the 200-day will probably come down a little. But there's a good chance we hit it. We're going to bounce around underneath it for a little bit. But yeah, look out for that drop on the third, my friends. A lot of movement over the weekend. A lot of movement on the 5th and over the weekend, I should say. Bearish movement on the 5th. Looks like the end of a bullish trend. We have high correlators here, but and then the end of a bullish trend also appears here early on the 8th. Let's take a look at the 8th. Yeah, see, we've got a high early in the day, end of a bullish trend here. Attempt to establish support level, a new support level. And we've got a lot of ruin energy there. When we look at the 1-month overview, that's right in line with this. A lot of volatility on this day. 3 aces generally. When you see 3 aces or 4 aces, I don't know if I've ever seen 4 aces in a reading, but I've seen 3 aces a few times, and generally speaking, it's pretty good indication of a lot of volatility. So going into the 8th, I might want to be positioned for some volatility. I know we're coming up on retrograde, guys. That's what on the 1 month overview here, what this brown bar is. On the 20th, retrograde's influence starts, so we enter the part of the sky that we revisit 3 times, and volatility really tends to pick up in there. There's generally a reversal on that day, and if there's not, there's like a real increase in momentum. But it becomes more and more volatile as we move towards the station of the planet, which is on the 9th of September. Guys, this is a really long retrograde. I gotta say, this is like an exceptionally long retrograde. The influence doesn't end until mid-October. So you got until the 19th roughly to start any things that are really important, sign any things that you know you're going to need to sign. You probably want to get those initiated and signed before we enter retrograde. Definitely, you want to do your best to get it done before the 20th, but definitely you want it done before the 9th of September. So, it's a good way to plan around these retrogrades. Understand that once we enter the retrograde, the best thing to do is really to finish up projects that have already begun. Not to change them, not to change the plans of things or whatever. Just go along with what's already been initiated and do your best not to react to disruptions and things like that. But again, we have about a little less than 3 weeks we have to finish up, to start things that we foresee ourselves needing to start between the 20th of this month and the 16th of October. You can't foresee these things, but if you can't always foresee these things, but if you can, it's best to plan them accordingly. What day will be a high for the United Airlines? I could take a look at that. I'd have to do a reading for that one, Lisa, but I can So are you talking Lisa, as far as a high, are you talking this month? Or are you talking the year's high? What high are you looking for? There's a high for United Airlines somewhere between September 21st and October 20th. Lisa, there's a notable high between September 21st and October 20th. It's the adjustment card. So I don't know if that's that's likely the year's high, based on what I'm seeing, or based on what I did there. Hey guys, if you're just hopping on the TikTok, you can follow along with us on our YouTube channel. We're looking at a live S&P 500 chart side by side with the tarot reading that we did for the day. Extremely accurate thus far. We were a little bit squished on the high, a little bit delayed in our prediction, but as far as the behavior and everything, right on the ball. Even this reversal we had at the end of the day here. bearish price swings around the high, or out of the high, right? Interesting. And a nullified virtue card, that could easily mean that we have three crosses through the same price level, but it's not confirming a bullish trend. That's what I'm picking up on right now. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at United Airlines here. Oops. Year to date. Yep, I'd say that's a pretty good indicator. This chart, it feels, my sense is that this chart is much in line with the dates that I gave you. So again, Lisa, there's a notable high or significant high for American Airlines between September 21st and October 20th. I'm going to record that one. Hey guys, notable high for American Airlines between September 21st and October 20th of 2022. Check it out then. I get the chat for Facebook as well on here. It's multi-stream. I should. That's interesting. Maybe I don't get the Facebook. It doesn't look like it's set up properly. Yikes. I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyhow, so taking questions, anything that anybody wants me to take a look at. We took a look at American Airlines. Predicted a high. Right now we're looking at the S&P 500 1-month chart for, or 1-month reading for August. Okay, so guys, when we were looking at July, right, the theme card was it the Two of Cups or the Three of Cups, one of the two, but they're both similar. You go up through resistance, you stay there briefly, and then you come back down. So it looks like we rallied all the way into the end, which means that we should be seeing a full retracement of the move that we had higher. So like this is likely the resistance level around like the 390, 394, let's say 390 to 394-ish. If I don't mark it up on my master chart here, it doesn't save. It's really annoying. I can't wait to use our SO meta chart. Oh, what day will be the high for American Airlines this week? All right, so I got a breakout on Thursday. I'm advised to be very cautious on Tuesday. This is for American Airlines, Lisa. So today we should be seeing multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. That's about right. Make another. Right, so multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance, and that's what we've got here. That's the Monday, right? Prudence, advice to be cautious on Tuesday. It looks like there's some sort of trough. There's a decline or a trough, significant trough on Wednesday. But there's a breakout on Thursday, and it looks like we move sideways along a support. Likely new support. We move sideways along that on Friday. So I would say you got a high on Thursday or Friday. Look for a breakout on Thursday. It really depends on how far down we go on Wednesday. For me to really get into that for you, I'd have to do an in-depth reading, which I just don't have the time to do right now. It would take me several hours. But this is more of a brief one, and it based on the cards that I'm seeing. Very likely a breakout tomorrow. I'd say probably the end of the week. Yeah, it looks like Thursday or Friday. How's Tesla gonna do? Going to be for the month of August. Did I do a Tesla? Man, I knew I forgot one. I have like 40 readings like photographed, and like maybe like 10 of them have actually been marked up, ready to record. Not even 10, because of this New York trip. I'm so annoyed. And I have to get this week start on September, so there's not going to be a lot of August readings, just basically what I had already mentioned. Just because there's just too much. I have to do September and October S&P readings before we enter the 20th. That way I can stay safe from like really big errors. How's Tesla gonna look for the month of August? It's not looking good for Tesla. It's looking really bad for Tesla in August. I'm a big believer in Tesla long term. I had people in Tesla at $20, guys, before any splits or anything. Before they bought Solar City, I had people in Tesla. I had Tesla. I sold it. I needed some money. You know, what are you gonna do? But I sold it at $1,600. Bought it at $20. Tesla, yeah, guys. Tesla, it's the tower card. It's a notable decline. It's going to be an ugly month for Tesla, my friends. I'm going to record that for TikTok as well. Guys, Tesla for the month of August. I need a light there. And I still haven't even got out. I haven't even got any of my New York footage even edited yet. I'm so behind because of that trip. Really annoying. I hate being behind. I get up too early to be behind. Guys, look out for Tesla in the month of August 2022. It's an ugly month. We got the tower card for Tesla, so be careful, my friends. Yeah, you're welcome, Lisa. It's the most difficult card in the deck to read, I think. Usually it's like multiple false tops, multiple false bottoms. So just be very careful tomorrow. I usually don't make moves on, like, I try my best not to trade when it's the prudence card that I'm looking at. If it's a bearish day on Tuesday, that's a very good. That's like a solid sign that we have a high on Thursday or Friday for United Airlines. If, however, we're making new highs or new recent highs on Tuesday tomorrow, there is a chance that Tuesday could be the high, and then we drop very sharply on Wednesday. Like I said, we depending on how far we drop on Wednesday, but my bet is on Thursday, Friday. Okay, especially if tomorrow's a bearish day for United Airlines. Yeah, see, now we got this sideways S behavior coming into play. Actually, that could have been it there. That might have been the sideways S. Sometimes it's not that easy to determine until after the fact where exactly it was. But we have a sideways S formation between support and resistance, horizontal support and resistance. And I'd say that that's likely, I mean, that's looking like a good horizontal support and resistance. Sideways S. I don't think that's it quite. This may be it, part of it. We'll see. But the sideways S is two declines with an incline in between. That's the Queen of Cups card. So guys, do me a favor. If you have anybody that's interested in financial astrology, let them know that there's a financial astrology web application that's about to release on Kickstarter. There's super deals on there right now too. There's even a lifetime option so that you never have to pay. It's going to be a monthly subscription, but if you donate the top 2 tiers or the top tier, it's lifetime. You also get like a cool badge. There's badges. So like if you have a profile on our website, tarotfortraders.com, there'll be like a badge there. So when you comment and stuff like that, it'll say like original supporter or honorary founder, depending on what you donate. Taking questions, guys. If you're just hopping on the TikTok, you can also follow along on our YouTube channel. We're looking at a live chart of the S&P 500 side by side with the tarot reading that we did for it. so far, I'd say we had a pretty accurate day. Not the most accurate. We're definitely up in the 90s, probably like 95%. I honestly don't go and look back. I just look at my markups, and my markups, I just read them the same way I would. We have an oppression card in here. No oppression card. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Caribbean Queen. Wow, thank you. I really appreciate it. Much love. And may karma send it back to you tenfold in all directions. Starting to get gifts on TikTok. That's pretty cool. That's a definite milestone. We got our first one yesterday or last week, and we got some today. Really appreciate it, Caribbean Queen. Do you have a question? Something that you want me to answer for you? I may have missed it, so let me scroll back. Nope. Well, we are taking questions. Anything you guys have a question about? Am I still thinking about opening Patreon? You know, so we started the Patreon thing. Here's the thing, like, to get that far ahead, like, I've been a year ahead on S&P 500 readings, like, before. That was before we started doing video. Our last year of posts where we were just doing static posts on the website. So we can do the same thing on our website that we can do on Patreon. So we kind of like stopped with Patreon. And we're going to do it on the website. But if you're asking, like, are we going to give the option to see things sooner by paying? Yes, we definitely are. Basically, I'm going to have all of September and October completed before we enter the 20th, enter the shadow of retrograde. And so the majority of that stuff, you won't be able to see that. It'll be posted on our website. You won't be able to see that unless you're a paid member on the website. And that's one of the ways we'll start to make money. You'll see it eventually, you won't see it like that far ahead. You know, we keep everything free, but there's benefits to seeing it before everybody else, that's for sure. And guys, another way that you can support us, we've got a Cash App. Am I doing this right? I can never remember if it's backwards or not, because on one of these recordings, on TikTok, it's backwards. Anyhow, so you can support us, our Cash App. When you make money from these readings, please take a little bit of that, pay it forward. That's how you keep the money flowing, right? Take a little bit of that and pay it backwards out of gratitude. That's also how you keep things coming. And do what you need to do with the rest of it, just as long as it's out of love. And the universe is gonna send it back to you tenfold in all directions. Yeah. See, we can't do it. We can't do that on YouTube yet because we need 1,000 subscribers before they let us do that sort of stuff. So we're on our way. We're more than halfway there, and that's what we'll do. Is we'll release everything like as soon as it comes out. We'll release it, but it'll be behind a paywall, and then things that are not so far away that are more, they're approaching. They're coming up much sooner. Those things would be free. For the most part, there'd be some things that like you'd have to pay to see. It's just, guys, this takes all of my free time. Free time. I do this all day long. This is what I do. It's my passion. It's my life. But in order to support it, I need support from you guys because I'm not trading anymore. I'm just full steam ahead on this, guys. I want to make history. I want to be in the record books. And I will be right back, guys. Any other questions, guys? What stocks do you guys want to see readings for September? How about that? Give me a list. I'll start doing them on Friday. The FANG stocks are all going to be part of the rewards that we have for Kickstarter. So those will be done, but they're basically for pay for the next 6 to 12 months. Can I recommend to put on Tesla if it's a bad month? I can't recommend to put on Tesla, Lisa. I don't have enough information to make that judgment call. Options. I'm sure options are really, really tricky. So, without me doing like a 1 month overview, I really wouldn't be able to time that well, and I would steer clear of it. I mean, you could probably make money off of it, but I'm not going to recommend that because I don't have enough information. Like, if you want to wing it, there's a good shot you'd make money on it. NVIDIA? Oh yeah, that was on the list somehow. That fell off the list, so NVIDIA. TAN is solar ETF. Okay, I'll check that one out, Freya Dog. I've never heard of it. I like to learn about new stocks. Oh, there was another one. It stood out to me. I haven't done the footage for New York yet, but I don't want to miss out on this. HLN, I think it is. Yeah, so I believe on the 20th of July there was a IPO for a stock called Haleon. It's a British healthcare company, Haleon, and the ticker on New York Stock Exchange is HLN. HLN. Where'd it go? So this one was standing out to me. I haven't done any work research on it yet, just because I'm so backed up. But this one stood out to me when I was in New York, clairvoyant fishing wise. So I'm going to add that to the list. HLN. I'm going to do 1 year for that. Getting more organized so I can get much more readings done for you guys. Reading for the VIX. I mean, I could. Yeah. That'd probably take a lot of time, though, because the more volatile the stock is, the more correlations there are, and the more correlations are, the longer it takes to mark up, and the longer it takes to, dissect it and deduce from it. So... Are you trying to trade the VIX, or are you just interested in knowing when there's going to be volatility, Philip? XLV. Yeah, Freya Dog, if you're interested in healthcare, definitely follow the HLN stock. I'm not saying buy it. I haven't looked at it enough. At some point, this is going to be a good stock to own. It just IPO'd. Yeah, so I could tell you right now, Philip, where the volatility is going to be. Like, I don't need to do the VIX reading for you. I could tell you right now. Like, so we're gonna drop here towards the end of the second week, and then hit a low on the 19th. But there's gonna be volatility, like, increasing. The volatility is really gonna get heightened moving into the 19th, and then it gets more and more as we move forward into the end of the month. It's just going to get more intense and actually the beginning of September as well, until the 9th. It'll get more and more volatile as we move closer to the 9th, and then the 9th everything kind of chills for a second, and then it's volatile on the 10th, and it starts to ease up as we get further away from the 9th, if that makes sense. And that's based on Mercury retrograde. I've been following that for a really long time, and those Mercury retrograde periods are the most volatile periods in the stock market. You can count on it. Just do like an options spread, like a straddle or a strangle right before entering, and you should be good. Yeah, XLV. We can do XLV. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa, for letting me know. Yeah, I can... Because on TikTok, it's backwards. Is it backwards now? Yeah, so Philip, just count on the volatility picking up, really starting to pick up between like the around like the 19th, and then we're gonna have like erratic swings, like real like big moves, like that'll become more. There'll be more of them, and they'll be bigger as we move forward towards the station of retrograde. Thanks, Philip. Yeah, it's Kapproveb. All right, so let me make sure I got everything here. XLV. BITO. Huh. Do they not have it on here? E-Trade doesn't always have everything. Oh, there we go. Just delayed. BITO. All right, last shot. Any requests or any questions you guys might have? Before I sign off, I'm going to get rolling on some more readings. I got to get some of these August readings that I did at least recorded before I move on to September. So frustrating. So frustrating. I have... ...15 readings that may not even get that I may not even be able to record in time because of that New York trip. Ugh. I felt like I was there for 2.5 months. Any questions, guys? Anything you want me to look into? Nice, man. Thank you for that, Philip. I was wondering about that. So it's like a Bitcoin ETF I haven't really followed. CN50. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You can use the BTC reading for that, just like you can use the silver reading for bullion or SLV. Like the reading I did was for SLV this month for whatever reason when I was doing readings I did it as though it was a stock rather than a commodity. Commodity you do with the weekend, so I just read it as a SLV ETF, but you can use it for silver bullion. Speaking of which, guys, we should see a significant like we're gonna bottom out in silver at least temporarily here in this month of August, and then there should be move higher. So if you're into silver, rest assured the bottom's not falling out below you much longer anyways. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna hop off here. Thanks for watching. Again, look out. I'll come on live basically when we get approval for the Kickstarter. If for some reason we didn't get approval for the Kickstarter, we just apply for like on a different thing, or we just change the name and resubmit on Kickstarter with whatever error there was. But I think we should be good. I mean, they've got a like somebody had a successful Kickstarter campaign where it was like a technical analysis scanner, which by the way I'm going to check out. I'm going to sign up for that and take a look at it because it looked pretty cool. All right, guys, heading out. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being on. Thanks for your questions and your support. Again, guys, when you make money from those readings, pay a little bit of that forward. Pay a little bit of that back to us, please. And then do whatever you want with the rest of it, as long as it's out of love. And you'll get karma in all directions. With that said, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Or I might be on later live while recording.